Newcastle United have been defeated.
It was obviously a bad one for us. I thought the performance, it wasn't us at our best. Disappointed with the first half, didn't think we stamped our authority on the game. I thought we could have done a lot better in different moments. I think there was flashes of what we could be. Probably our best period comes in the second half for 15 minutes when we pen them in and you feel a goal's coming for us and it went the other way. A very tough ground to come to, very difficult atmosphere, but yeah, we're disappointed with ourselves.
From uncovering dynamic team problems haunting Eddie Howe, to a worrying alarming development on Garang Kuol, to Yankuba Minteh delivering huge verdict on his Newcastle United's future ahead of the crucial January transfer decision with Feyenoord, to transfer exclusive from a transfer expert on a 95% likely January move for a star player. Starting off, injuries and fatigue were the ultimate root cause of the team's performance in a match against Everton. For the fourth fixture in succession, the head coach named the same 10 outfield players at Everton, and finally it showed. With 12 senior players either injured or suspended, the longest list of absentees in the division, those titanic matches against Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, and Manchester United took a toll. This lack of flexibility and inability to freshen up the lineup led to a decline in performance. One specific example is Kieran Trippier, who had an impressive first half against Everton, having an 85% pass accuracy, 56 touches, 40 out of 47 passes completed, 3 out of 5 long balls completed, 3 ball recoveries, 2 out of 3 ground duels won, and 1 key pass, but showed signs of fatigue in the second half, leading to 2 mistakes that led to 2 Everton's goals. Then played Beto onside for the third goal.
I want to say, man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
Summing up what was disastrous display from a player you'd least expect it from.
Kieran's been absolutely magnificent since he signed for the football club. He's been incredible. He's been the catalyst really for a lot of what's happened subsequently with our success. So collectively we weren't there tonight. It was nothing to do with any individual performances. Collectively we were off our best.
Fatigue also led to the team's struggle to find their rhythm, make the right decisions in the final third, and maintain tightness in duels and ball control. Imagine none of these players won half of their ground duels. Furthermore, despite dominating possession with 61%, Newcastle conceded 3 goals and faced 21 shots from Everton. As well as Everton having a 3.23 xG, the highest conceded by Newcastle in a single Premier League game since Eddie Howe took charge of the club. The deep fatigue experienced by the players affected their ability to provide meaningful service to Alexander Isak, and the sight of the team captain, Jamaal Lascelles, leaving the field with discomfort further symbolized the toll that injuries and fatigue had taken on the team. Overall, the injuries and fatigue were the underlying factors contributing to the team's lackluster performance in the match.
We put such a lot into the Man United game. Obviously that does lead to fatigue, maybe physically but also mentally.
Yeah, I felt we would have recovered for this game. After the Manchester United game, we had a decent enough break. I don't think we can use that as a reason why we didn't perform as we want to. We'll reflect and watch the game and try and pinpoint things that we can do better. Certainly, as a whole and as a collective, we know we need to respond.
Another thing we learned was that Newcastle's away day blues continue in a shambolic fashion. Newcastle remains stuck on only 1 away win in the Premier League this season, as Eddie Howe's patched up and shattered squad was finally stretched beyond translucency. The difference between the home and away form is as significant as it gets. The away form is shocking. It's as if when Newcastle United doesn't play at St. James's Park, the patterns are gone. The obvious intangibles aside, I'd say it's partly due to Newcastle conserving energy in the press away from home, which has been accentuated by the injuries. It's a complex matter. However, clearly home form is usually better than away form, especially with the support of the stadium and fans roaring the team on, even with tired legs. It's no wonder Newcastle have won just one of their last 9 Premier League away games.
And it's a difficult one for us to understand because last year our away form was very good. We were free scoring. Our defensive record was very good as well. This year the Sheffield United game apart, we haven't really got going on the road. Certainly something for us to reflect and analyse. We know we can do a lot better.
Then, in goal, Martin Dubravka produced 2 decent stops to deny Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but didn't always look comfortable when crosses arrived in the box. While he conceded 3 times late in the game, they were not his fault. Against Everton, Martin Dubravka had 3 saves, a minus 1.23 goals prevented, 3 saves from inside the box, 1 high claim, 58 touches, and 38 out of 44 accurate passes, or an 86 passing accuracy. All in all, no clean sheet, but it was not a performance that would have given Howe much concern.
I would say this is just a little bump in the road. We cannot put ourselves too down because we have a couple of very good results, very good performances. So it's good that we have 3 days and another match is coming very fast. Every match is going to be in 3 days. So we have to show a different type of the football. This was more about the fight, about the team spirit. It was there. Unfortunately, they scored first, and it was difficult after that.
Although Miley was overshadowed by what happened in the latter stages of the game, a big shout out to him, as he was Newcastle United's standout player, actually made some important contributions at both ends of the pitch. Against Everton, Miley had the highest Newcastle United player match rating of 7.4, with 55 touches, 84% passing accuracy, 2 key passes, 3 out of 4 accurate long balls, 1 shot off target, 1 shot blocked, 2 out of the success dribbles, 4 out of 6 ground duels won, and 1 out of 2 aerial duel won. Then, in other Newcastle United news, Newcastle United manager Eddie Howe is in favor of the club remaining at St. James's Park after fan discussions about potentially constructing a new stadium. According to Craig Hope of the Daily Mail, when asked for his opinion on the club's future home, manager Howe said, "It's iconic and is the heartbeat of the city. It's the thing you can see more than any other. I wouldn't want that to change." The club recently sought the opinion of fans by sending them a questionnaire on the matter, which has generated significant discussion among supporters in the Tyneside area. St. James's Park currently has a seating capacity of 52,305, and the stadium consistently sells out for every match. The club's owners have commissioned a feasibility study to explore the possibility of increasing the number of seats at the existing location. However, this presents challenges due to space limitations and engineering considerations. The opinions and preferences of the fans will likely play a significant role in the club's decision-making process regarding the potential expansion or redevelopment of the stadium. But with the news that Eddie Howe is in favor of preserving the historic St. James's Park rather than pursuing the construction of a new stadium, what are your thoughts on the situation? Then, Garang Kuol, the Australian and Newcastle United player on loan at FC Volendam, is currently experiencing a challenging period in his career. A year ago, he made headlines during the World Cup when he came off the bench for Australia and nearly scored an equalizer against eventual champions Argentina. With a 4-year deal at Newcastle United secured, Kuol seemed to have a promising future ahead of him. Fast forward 12 months, and the young attacker is facing what can be described as growing pains while struggling to make an impact on loan at FC Volendam, a team currently positioned joint bottom in the Netherlands Eredivisie, with only 8 points from 14 games. Kuol, now 19 years old, has scored only once in 12 appearances, totaling 650 minutes on the pitch. His time at FC Volendam has been marked by a lack of productivity, following a previous loan spell at Hearts in Scottish football, where he scored just 1 goal in 197 minutes of play. Kuol's lightweight frame and questionable endurance have been working against him at a competitive level where weaknesses are ruthlessly exposed. Despite earning 5 senior caps for Australia in the past, he has fallen out of favor with the national team and is no longer in contention for the Olyroos. This reality is a stark contrast to the hype and excitement that surrounded his move to Newcastle United 14 months ago. In a recent 30-minute substitute appearance against Pek Zwolle, Kuol was brought on by coach Matthias Kohler with the hope of being a game-changer. However, the match ended in a devastating 5-0 loss for both Kuol and FC Volendam, further denting their confidence. Observers in the Netherlands acknowledge Kuol's natural talent, but have expressed reservations about his work rate, physicality, and inability to last the full 90 minutes of a match. As FC Volendam prepares for their next game against second-placed Feyenoord, It remains to be seen if Kohler will take the chance of fielding Kuol again, considering his talent, but also the challenges he currently faces. Talking about Feyenoord. Yankuba Minteh, the Gambian youngster who signed with Newcastle United, has provided an update on his loan spell at Feyenoord and expressed his excitement about joining the Magpies. Minteh was Newcastle's first signing of the summer, completing a £6 million deal with Danish club Odense. However, shortly after arriving at Newcastle, he was sent on a season-long loan to Feyenoord in the Eredivisie to gain valuable experience. During his time at Feyenoord, the 19-year-old has made a positive impression. He has scored 3 goals and provided 2 assists in 15 appearances across all competitions. He has particularly caught the eye in Champions League matches against teams like Celtic and Atletico Madrid. Minteh recently returned from a hamstring injury and provided an assist in Feyenoord's 4-2 victory against Excelsior. Minteh is looking forward to continuing his progress and shining in Feyenoord's upcoming match against Volendam. It is worth noting that he may face off against another Newcastle United loanee, Garang Kuol, in that game. While Minteh is currently on loan at Feyenoord, his remarks suggest that he is eagerly anticipating his future with Newcastle United. The loan spell is allowing him to develop as a player and gain valuable experience, which will likely benefit him upon his return to Newcastle. Minteh, speaking to Nufc UK, said, "Everything is going well so far at Feyenoord. It's a good team, and I am surrounded by good people, so it's been a positive start. The standard of football here is very good, and I'm trying to work as hard as possible every day in training and matches. The coaches and players in the squad have given me a lot of advice and tried to help me a lot. If I don't understand something, they are there to explain it to me so I fully understand what they want. I feel I'm developing a lot both on and off the pitch. Playing in Holland is different to Denmark. It's a lot bigger with a different culture, and there's a lot of top players in every position on the pitch. That was something I found hard when I first arrived, but I think I'm coping with it, and I've been able to take my chance in the team. I feel I'm getting stronger every day, both physically and mentally." Newcastle United has been dealing with an injury crisis that has severely affected their squad, leading to speculation that Yankuba Minteh's season-long loan spell at Feyenoord could be cut short in the January transfer window. Newcastle manager Eddie Howe has confirmed that this possibility is being considered. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his loan, Minteh has stated that he is fully focused on his time at Feyenoord. He is determined to work hard and make the most of the great opportunity that he has been given with his move to St. James's Park. Minteh's dedication to his current club suggests that he is committed to continuing his development and making an impact at Feyenoord. While there may be discussions about his loan arrangement in January, Minteh's primary focus remains on performing well for the Eredivisie champions. Then moving on, according to Fabrizio Romano, there is a strong possibility that Manchester City midfielder Kalvin Phillips will leave the club in the January transfer window, with Newcastle United emerging as a potential destination. Romano suggests that the likelihood of Phillips making a move away from Manchester City stands at around 95%. Phillips, who previously played a crucial role for Leeds United, joined Manchester City around a year and a half ago with much anticipation. However, his time at the Etihad Stadium has not gone as expected, as he has struggled to secure regular playing time under Pep Guardiola. Despite winning trophies during his tenure at Manchester City, Phillips has found limited opportunities on the pitch, and he is now eager for a new challenge that would allow him to regain consistent first-team action. Romano emphasizes that Newcastle United is increasingly being considered as a concrete option for Phillips. However, he also points out that Newcastle's ability to sign players in the January transfer window may depend on their performance in the Champions League group stage. Newcastle's fate in the competition is still uncertain, and it could impact their ability to attract players of Phillips's caliber. I remain 95% sure that Kalvin Phillips will leave Manchester City in the January transfer window. He has this kind of priority. He really wanted to stay in the summer because he had many possibilities in different countries with different clubs, but he wanted to compete, to stay, to fight for his place, Romano said. Now, however, it's clear he's almost never playing in important games, and that's why he wants to go, and he wants to have a different opportunity. also because of concerns about his England place for the Euros next summer. Man City are informed, so I think it's just a matter of time and then they will pick the best solution. My understanding is that Newcastle could be a possibility. They are one of the clubs interested. However, as I always mentioned, from what I'm told, Newcastle will decide the player they want to sign in that position once they will know the situation in the Champions League. So it depends a lot on whether they will still be in the Champions League or if they drop to the Europa League or whatever. That is going to be a crucial step. While the move to Newcastle United for Phillips is not confirmed, Romano's remarks suggest that there is a strong possibility of the transfer happening in January. It remains to be seen how the situation develops and whether Newcastle's Champions League campaign will influence their pursuit of Phillips.